Peace and high frequencies. Everybody, Blackfoot Wish, the Dream Oracle is here. I'm getting ready to tap into some of the energies that's going on right now in our created sphere, flatland, or whatever you have created, or whatever you want to call it, realm of world that we live in. It's been a lot of conversations about various things that's going on right now on this plan. And it's all of our collective creation. First and foremost, I want you to always know that it's of your collective creation, and that you are always protected if you think you are. All right? It's all about the thought. So I know there has been talk about the banks crashing all over the world, and not gonna let me out. Guess not. The banks crashing all over the world, and prepping and being prepared, and making sure that we're stocked up with food. We're stocked up with we make sure we have gold, we make sure we have silver, we got all these different things. All right. And of course you want to be aware, but you don't want to be afraid. I'll put that out there. Two different A words. You want to be aware, but you don't want to be afraid. Okay. So just like when the pandemic hit, and everybody was, all up in angst about how everything had changed the world that they were used to having. Always know right now we are spring cleaning. If we're going into new earth, especially those of us who are already spiritual, enlightened, we've been on this path for some time. A lot of us have, been on this path for over 10 years. And we've been doing this work, some people been doing this work for 5 years. Hell, some people just came into an awareness. I don't care when, but because things are speeding up. And we're going to talk about the speeding up, the vibrations of what's going on right now. But do understand that you are divinely protected no matter what. Okay? So when this currency system is switching up and crashing and changing, when you see UFOs coming out of the water, you got these various countries talking about, having some type of nuclear warfare over here with the U.S. Just understand, no matter what's going on, you're always going to be protected. And everything is occurring for your highest good. From your highest council of light. Nothing, no thing is going to harm you or come against you or terrorize you, or you're gonna be left in the cold and not knowing. Please don't carry that type of energy on you. Release yourself of that. All right? We are always protected. And so some things that you want to do while you are aware but you are not afraid is prepare. You definitely want to prepare yourself as this spring cleaning is going on this planet. All right, because things are going to change. Our currency system is possibly going to change. The way that we are going to just go about life is not going to be the same as we have had previously. Maybe our 20 years, 30 years, 40, 50, 60, whatever years on this planet, things are going to change. And we first we are seeing the change within ourselves. Okay. I use myself for an example. I first started to see the change happening for me and in August of 2022, when things started to get really difficult within my life. All right. And then I felt a hold of that pressure started to be released in October. November, pressure started to be released, and then things started to become manifest of those things I had always dreamed of. When I first was in 5th grade, first time that I wanted to go without meat was when I was 10 years old. Now everybody's talking about plant-based and veganism and vegetarianism and no meat diets and all of that. That was something I dreamed of as a 10-year-old child. All right, I created a group with my friends that was only a booklet, and I created a group, Kids for Saving the Earth and Saving the Planet, in 5th grade. And now people all over are talking about how we need to save the planet and get back to agriculture and urban agriculture. And even what I get to do now is such a dream, because it's bringing all aspects of wellness to our people. And so it's a dream for me. And so, but I didn't see it, but I knew the pressure was getting ready to be released. And that's the same thing going on right now. There's spring cleaning going on right now. We'll feel the pressures of this world, of the outside pressures of what's going on. It could be political standpoint, from an economic standpoint, a social standpoint of how people are moving about in the celebrity world. But all of that is for a cleansing, because all of this, if it doesn't raise up to a higher frequency, 4D and 5D, it's going to be washed out. It's not going to be part of our reality. And we have to be open and aware enough to allow it to go and allow it to be released. We'll also see this happening in our form. All right. I know it started off for me not being able to sleep, like at all, up all times of the night until it's time to get up and start working again. Just not being able to sleep, not being able to be comfortable. You'll find yourself being dehydrated. I've felt my body talking to me and telling me it's dehydrated, needs more water. Even right now, it needs more water. And I keep 2 water bottles in my bed, and I'm working on increasing water in my system, because of course we know we are 70-80% water. This plan that we live on is majority water. So and the way that we are able to move and manifest things is also through water. Okay, we can transmute energy through water, because we are water. Our cells, all of us, we're made up of water. So that's how we are able to easily transmute and get to various stages of ascension, is through making sure that we are connecting to our cells and the outside force through water. This whole reality is also made up of water, right? We have water, we have oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, all of those major elements are a part of this realm. So we want to make sure that we have enough water. So sleep has definitely been either you can't get enough sleep, or either you don't want to go to sleep and you just don't, you're sleeplessness or sleepiness or sleeplessness. So you're either having insomnia and you can't go to sleep, or either you just sleeping and you're just tired all the time and you can't get enough. Also, emotions. You'll see your emotions start to change. You have to just be aware of yourself. Be aware of what you're speaking, how you're talking to people, how you're engaging with people, and making sure that you're not operating from a lower frequency nature. These are part of ways that you are going to be rising to your highest self in the new earth form. Being able to control your emotions. And I'm not saying suppress your emotion, but be able to navigate and control it the way that they should be. Understand why you are feeling a certain way and what that energy is coming from. If you're angry, if you're upset about something, where is that coming from? Why are you angry? Why are you upset? Why are you upset? And understand where that's coming from, and be able to navigate that space, to not sit in it for a long time. I found myself very emotional over this weekend. I was like, I'm just very emotional, just crying. And I found out, I just sat with myself and I knew where it was coming from. And I understand there is a release of pressure of water that has to come out as well as we transcend and we change forms, right? And so we have to also be aware of that. And so I felt the energy. I knew you know, what was going on emotionally within me. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to allow the tears to come out. I'm allowing myself to release this pressure, because it could also just be releasing trauma. And I know sometimes women do this too, but men especially, and women too, who hold a lot of masculine energy, or who have been taught not to cry and not to show emotion. We do that as well, and I've grown out of that now to be able to be soft and feminine and show emotion. And men, be able to cry, be able to release, be able to, you know, let things go. And cry is okay. It's a release, and it's healthy for the body. I've learned that, and you'll notice as you get older, like my father, his eyes just runs water and leaks water without him even crying. And that's from the tear ducts, him being holding on to all of that pressure all of these years and not crying has caused him to, now his body is doing it automatically without him even trying to cry.